The Battle of the Somme was one of the deadliest battles in history, with over 1 million casualties. Since the early days of the war, the Western Front had been locked in a stalemate, with both sides digging trenches. Attempts to advance meant stepping up into no man's land, exposing infantry and leading to huge losses. In December 1915, plans were drawn up for the Battle of the Somme, across a 25-mile front around the Somme River where the British and French armies met. It was hoped that the battle would break the deadlock, with an attack spearheaded by the French with British support. But when Germany attacked Verdun, French forces were redeployed there, and the British part of the Somme became the main effort. The objectives of the battle were also reduced from a decisive victory to just relieving pressure on the French at Verdun, while inflicting losses on the Germans. On the 24th of June, a 5-day artillery bombardment began, as the British fired 1.6 million shells. Commanders believed after this few Germans would be left, and the British would be safe crossing no man's land to capture German trenches. In reality, the Germans had taken cover in their dugouts, some 10 meters deep, and sustained fewer casualties than expected. The bombardment was ineffective against the barbed wire defences, and in many cases made them even more tangled and harder to penetrate. So when the British crossed the open ground, they were sitting ducks for the German machine guns. Britain sustained over 57,000 casualties on the first day of fighting, 19,000 of whom were killed, making it the worst day in history for the British Army. Many men had signed up with their friends and colleagues and became known as PALS battalions, who fought alongside each other. So when those battalions were wiped out, it had a huge impact on their local communities. By November, fighting ceased as the troops focused on surviving the increasingly difficult winter conditions. Around 300,000 men had been killed.